And the following sponsored program are not necessarily those of KSCO Radio, its staff, management, or advertisers. If something is said with which you disagree, please call us during the program in order to help us balance comment.
Good evening and welcome to Off the Lip, the show about surfing and skateboarding. If you'd like to join the show tonight, give us a call at 831-479-1080. That's 831-479-1080. And now, here are your hosts for tonight's program, Neil Perlberg and Terry Campion.
Good evening and welcome to the Off the Lip radio show broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California, the surf capital of the world. Without a shadow of a doubt.
And we make it more so every show.
Well, because we got one guy here who's our guest is like, God, this is the surf capital of the world. If anybody would know, he would know. We're here tonight to talk about a tree, a wine barrel, and some money.
And surfboards.
That includes surfboards. With one of the most interesting people that I've spoken to in the world of surfing since I've been doing this show.
And at the same time, probably not one that's in the history books yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But I did see a picture of him standing next to Kelly Slater the other day. That has a little merit. Yeah, that'll get you some cred when you're standing next to Kelly. If you have Gerry Lopez's phone number, you got some cred. But he is. The last time he was here, he was here when the one and only, the legend, the kisser himself.
Mr. Billy Hamilton.
Mr. Billy Hamilton was in the show, and Larry goes, "Oh, I don't want to." No, I said, "Larry, you want to come on the show?" I go, "Oh, no, I don't want to come on the show. I'm under the radar. I'm low key."
How'd you get him?
I reeled him in. Now he's on every show. Now he's on every show. He's on the radio show tomorrow night. Now he's big time. See, now you know what? You start a Kickstarter program.
Yep.
You got to get out there and shake the trees, dude.
Shake, it's like a politician now.
This portion of the show is brought to you by yes, the Freeline. Freeline used to give us all these commercials. Now they just go ahead and say whatever you want to say. What's on sale?
End of summer sale.
Yeah, bikinis,
sundresses.
Yes.
I know what's going on down there. It's a big sale.
When's the poker night?
Next Wednesday.
John Mel, poker night.
Big poker tournament next week. But what did Brittany say? All summer stuff on sale.
That's right.
Yep. So go down there. And
before we start this portion, you and I are doing Pilates together now.
Not just Pilates. Yeah, hot Pilates.
Hot Pilates. So we're gonna have a Pilates. We got to come up with a contest, you and I, TC, because we're both competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Both in the back, suffering, stinking, and sweating.
It's the great Pilates off of 2015.
Pilates off, I am gonna. Yeah. So we're doing Pilates at Bikram Yoga in Aptos. So check that place out.
They have a special $49 for a hot, sexy body. That's their special. It's on a big sign on the outside of the building.
Did they give you your money back yet?
I'm gonna give it another. I'm giving it another month. Hey, but in all seriousness, since I've started,
No, I was serious. You should give you your money back.
Since I've started, it's been a couple of months. I've lost 12 pounds, and I haven't changed a single thing in my life except for adding hot Pilates.
No, less beer.
No, I don't know. I've been partying. Yeah, I'm still sucking down the beer, but it pours right out of my body in hot Pilates.
I want to give thanks to everyone at the fair last week. I hope people got a chance to listen to our fair show.
Should we apologize now?
No.
We had a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. In the studio tonight, Mr. Larry Fuller, Mr. Richard Newman. Now we were in the lobby, and I was just we meet before the show, like a half an hour before the show, discuss what we're going to talk about, and had the most interesting conversation. And I want to talk to Larry right away because we don't have much time. We only have an hour, and Larry carries around this stick in his car, this little stick that came from a sequoia. They're not a redwood tree. A sequoia is a tree which is only found in Northern California. Correct, Larry?
That's correct.
And can you tell us a little bit about that sequoia that was found or that came down, and how you came about to be involved with that tree?
Yeah, back in the 1960s, mid-1960s, University of California, Berkeley owned a piece of property up in Porterville, California, which had a lot of really big trees on it. And this particular tree was 27.5 feet across, it was 95 feet around at the base, and 282 feet tall. Usually when giant sequoias fall, they shatter into millions of little pieces.
And they fall downhill probably. Right? This one fell uphill, correct?
This one fell uphill in a perfect storm. It had rained for a number of days. The ground was saturated. The roots for the giant sequoias don't grow down so much as they grow out. And so it rained. The roots were really wet and soft. Then after the rain, there was a huge snowstorm, which deposited about 30 feet of snow there on the uphill side of the mountain, followed by a huge gale force windstorm, which pushed this tree over uphill. So as it landed through trees and
softly
in the pillow of the snow.
Right.
You could hear the tree fall, according to the people there, for 30 miles away.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Right, and a sequoia tree will take in, some of these facts that you were telling me earlier, a sequoia tree will consume over 10,000 gallons of water per day.
That's correct.
Right, so it's the heaviest tree when it's
So
wet.
the heaviest wood when it's wet, and it's the second lightest wood when it is dry.
Right, and your involvement in this down the road is because you were invited by somebody, I think, to build surfboard. Or this tree can build enough wood there to build 3,000 houses, correct?
Yeah, a lot of houses.
A lot of, so you can
A
build
lot
a
of
town
houses.
from this tree.
Yeah.
But you were invited to take some of the wood to build, which is your passion, is building old wooden surfboards. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so how did you get involved with that tree? How did that come about?
Many years ago, I had a friend here named Sarge who plays for the Paraffins band here in Santa Cruz. And Sarge knew I was looking for some redwood, so I went out to his house. I was going to try to get some redwood timbers out of an old train trestle next to his house. But it was boarded up and caged, and I couldn't do it. So I went back to his house, and he showed me this slab of wood that he had gotten from the gentleman that took down this tree. And he gave me a small piece of it.
Which is, you're holding it right now.
I'm
It's
holding
a foot
it
long.
now.
It's
Yeah,
a
it's
tiny,
about a foot long,
Right.
an inch by 3/4 of
right,
an inch.
and you've been carrying that around for 8 years in your van.
Well, I carried it around for 8 years before I found the gentleman that owns the tree. And he happened to show up at a mill that I work in when I was being interviewed by the Pajaronian Register. And they had their editor and photo guy there. He came and saw that I was really busy, so he wrote down on a little piece of paper his name and number and said, please call me. So when he left and they left, I called him and he said, I'd like for you to come out to my place. I'd like to show you something. So I went out to his house and he showed me the giant sequoia that he had stored there. And I said, wait a minute. So I ran back to my van and I picked up the stick and I brought it in and I said, is this your wood? And he said, yes, it's my wood. Where did you get it? So I told him the story. And he said, the tree brought you here to me. There's a reason that you're here. So that's how we started making surfboards.
And just so we can get the you said earlier, sequoia is federally protected.
That's correct. Three presidential decrees.
So you can't buy sequoia wood legally.
Well, you can't harvest a tree legally. If it's on federal properties, you can't touch it even if it has fallen down.
And how's it as a material, because we're building surfboards, does it plane well? Does it shape well?
Reynolds Yater, who did a board with me out of this, he hand-shaped the board, said it was the most unbelievable material that he had ever worked with in his life of shaping surfboards. He was really stoked.
Incredible.
I mean, if Rennie's saying that, I believe it for sure.
Tie this in, please, can you, with the three princesses who showed up here in 1885 to first surf here. They used redwood. But that wasn't sequoia, that was redwood.
They used redwood. We have coastal redwood, which can be trees up to 4,000 years old. This particular tree is somewhere between 2,700 and 3,000 years old. I'm going to have it carbon dated. UC Berkeley said that it was 2,700 years old, but the slab that they got to do the ring count was from 10 feet above the ground, and it should have been a lot lower. So it would have given a more accurate representation of the actual date. So I've got to have a piece of it carbon dated to find out the true date.
So we come back from the commercial. You've taken this wood, this sequoia, and it's in the hands of shapers like Reynolds Yater, right?
Yep.
Can you give us some other names that will now be shaping boards from this tree?
Al Merrick, Dick Brewer, Billy Hamilton, and Gerry Lopez.
Very cool.
Wow.
Right now, hey, Chris, get ready. The phone's going to be ringing because you know why? I'm giving away free tickets. Tickets free.
The word free. It just makes the phone...
831-479-1080 is the phone number for free tickets to the Santa Cruz Surf Film Festival, Friday, October 2nd through Sunday, October 4th from 7 to 10 p.m. at the Rio. 16 of the best new surf films in 3 separate programs over 3 nights. Swag for the first 200 people. Giveaways, giving away pineapples. They're giving away fruit. Giving away it all. Major raffle prizes, all including your ticket. $16 or $40 for festival pass. Grams, $10. Buy your tickets online at www.scsff.com or at Sawyer Land and Sea Supply on the west side. Call right now. Call number 4. Gets 2 tickets to the Santa Cruz Surf Film Festival. This is Neil TC with the Off the Lip radio show.
Hi, this is Tim Lostlot, head golf professional at De La Viega Golf Course. We have a very busy month upcoming here at De La Viega. Think about joining us for one of our many worthwhile fundraisers. We are hosting the Santa Cruz Board of Realtors on Friday, August 21st. Senior Legal Services on Friday, August 28th. Think about joining us for the Santa Cruz Police Department fundraiser on Friday, September 11th. Lastly, the Volunteer Center fundraiser on Friday, September 18th. And don't forget to mark your calendar for the first annual Surf City Golf, Surf, and Skate Classic coming up on Friday, November 6th, all here at De La Viega Golf Course. For information concerning these events, please call the golf shop at 831-423-7214 or visit us on the web at www.delaviegagolf.com.
Attention surfers and paddleboarders. Don't let cold water or cold air take you out of the water for 5 to 6 weeks. Protect your ear canals with custom-made earplugs. The Listening Stack in Capitola is now offering custom earplugs molded to fit your ears perfectly, comfortably protecting your ear canals from the harsh elements of the Pacific Ocean. Stop messing with universal earplugs that don't work and try something that does. Mention Off the Lip Radio and receive an extra $20 off any custom molded earplugs in our store. The Listening Stack is located at the corner of Capitola Avenue at 41st. Listening Stack. Protect, enhance, enjoy. 831-498-9890.
Whole body cryotherapy is a full body exposure to sub-zero temperatures to decrease inflammation, increase cellular survival, decrease pain and muscle spasms, and promote overall health and wellness. It is not a medical procedure in the U.S., but a non-invasive option for people seeking faster recovery, more energy, relief from aches and pains, better health and sleep, even skin beautification, and weight loss. Widely used in training and wellness centers and spa-like settings throughout Europe, it's now here in Santa Cruz at Santa Cruz Cryotherapy, located at 1220 41st Avenue, Capitola. Book your appointment today at santacruzcryo.com or call us at 831-288-2882 and mention this KSCO ad and receive a 10% discount off all package deals. And your introductory session is just $35.
And we are back with the Off the Lip radio show, broadcasting right here from KSCO, where they do ask you to listen and be heard. And we are broadcasting also from Pleasure Point, California, surfing capital of the world, here tonight with Mr. Larry Fuller and Mr. Richard Newman. Larry is a true historian and a true lover of the sport of surfing, who used to work on Capitol Hill in the Senate. Right, Larry?
That's correct.
Tell us a little about that. Give us a little show. Oh, before we're going to get to Felix, we want to talk about the Senate. Tell us a little about the Capitol Hill.
When I was 19, I went to work in Washington, D.C. on the Senate side of the Capitol as a elevator operator for the senators' elevators in the Capitol, and went to school at George Washington University. And from the elevators, I moved to the Senate Library as a research assistant. And from Senate Library, I moved to the diplomatic door above the chamber in the Capitol to take care of the VIPs from other countries that came to watch legislation that affected their particular countries.
Did you enjoy that?
Loved it.
Oh, you did?
Loved it.
How, and then how did you end up in the surfing world? That's from Washington D.C. and working in the Senate. Now you're in obviously knee deep in the surfing world. Is there a quick story about how that came about?
Married a lady from Houston.
Oh, there's a woman involved. Yeah, there it is.
Married a lady from
There's always a chick
Chicks
involved.
Married a lady from Houston. She became pregnant with our first son and didn't want to stay in Washington and rear the child, so we moved back to Houston and stayed. I was in the real estate business in Houston for a very long time there, and when we eventually divorced, I decided I wanted to do something again for me too.
That you would enjoy.
So that I was enjoying.
Right.
So I went back to surfing, and
Right.
that's how I got to be here in California.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to that sequoia tree, and the wood that came from it, and now it's in the hands now of Yater, of Billy Hamilton,
They've already
of
been.
Jim
They've been
Phil.
shaped. They've been shaped.
Right, they've been shaped.
They've
Did
been
they
done.
obviously they enjoyed shaping. Now, where do these boards? Where are these boards for? Not for use. They're for historical use, or they're to preserve the history of the sport.
Yeah, they are legacy boards from all these great individuals, pardon me, who have made so much of an impact on our lives as surfers, and will be an impact on the future lives of future surfers. That I wanted to do something that would last much longer than a foam board would last, that would be functional art. And each of these boards is the highest representation of the art from each one of these great legendary shapers.
Very cool.
And would that be all shapes then?
They're all shapes.
But different shapes.
All
Longboards.
longboards, guns, toe boards, fish, knee boards, Hawaiian traditional boards, all different boards.
TC, got a question for you.
Yes.
Do you think Philip can fix them?
For sure.
Think Felix? Huh?
Yes.
Felix from Sand Dollar Surfboard Repair. You can't forget Felix.
You want to know
This
why
is
I know
smart.
that?
Why you know that?
He restored my balsa board. He did a
Oh,
fabulous
he did?
job. And,
Did he
and
really?
Sequoia is a very similar material as balsa, so he can fix that.
Felix can fix it all. If your board is screwed up, messed up, dinged, whacked,
Gashed, buckled.
cracked, buckled.
Yep.
If Larry Phil says it needs to be fixed, he's going to take his board probably to go see Felix at Sand Dollar Surfboard Report 722 Sand Dollar Surfboard Repair
Thank you.
722-4060.
Or dingrepair.net.
Dingrepair.net.
Yes.
So Richard, you've been friends with Larry for a while. Now how are you involved in this project? Can you let us know? You're here today. Why the heck are you here? Why the hell are you here, kid?
I was up where some of these boards are, and the person said, "Gee, I need photographs of that." And I put up my hand and said, "Yeah, I'll do it. That's I'm a filmmaker, photographer. That's what I'll do." And 3 days later, we were in a rental car, heading for Oceanside, walking into a glassing shop with Larry. As soon as I heard about the beginning of the story, the passion that's involved in what he's doing is so it's just so unbelievable, that the story can't. It's fairy dust, It's incredible.
Let me ask you a question. As a radio, as TC and I as radio show hosts, how are we doing a good job at getting it out of him?
Yeah, a little.
Because he's low key, he's mellow, he's like,
Very low key.
he's cringing in the chair over there.
Well,
How are
and
we
maybe
doing?
we should ask this, but what are we missing?
What are we not?
You found out a few more things that I had no idea about the Senate.
What would What did Gerry Lopez say?
They talked about building boards.
That's it.
I mean, if you want the sum of this guy sitting in this chair, he builds surfboards.
Right.
That's it. He builds surfboards. World be damned, he builds surfboards.
And not normal surfboards. That's what I think this story, the magic of this story is, what you're building. I like the term legacy boards.
Well, you're not he's not building boards for people to go ride out here at Pleasure Point. He's building boards to encapsulate the history of the sport.
Correct.
Right.
And currently you have 100 of these boards.
That's correct.
It's
more.
It's even more than 100. And the public has seen a few of them. You said you've had one museum show.
I had a big show in San Diego at the Mingy International Museum last year for 6 months, and at the end of the show, the curator told me that was the most successful show, that exhibition that they'd ever put on at the museum. So that was really cool.
Would you ever have one up here? Do we have the space available? Do we have the room here?
I don't know that we have the room here to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Do
And
we
then,
need-
do you
do
get
we-
some
Go
crazy
ahead, TC.
financial offers for these boards? I mean,
I generally don't sell them.
right, but as people have tried.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
unique. And,
Yeah,
you know,
people have tried.
Rennie Yater, the fans of Rennie Yater,
Yeah.
they'll pay anything
Yeah.
for a Rennie Yater board like that.
Did we
Yeah.
cover the tree pretty good?
Yeah, we did.
Can we go on to the next
Well,
subject?
the one thing I wanted to
Go ahead,
mention about
TC.
the tree is
Yeah.
when this tree fell, it was in a very fragile area, and you were saying earlier
Oh,
about
that's right.
that the guys who were actually milled it, they milled it on site
They milled it on site, yeah.
to protect.
It's a great story. They had a lot of big lumber companies that bid on this tree, the removal of this tree, harvesting of the tree. And the guys that actually won the bid, the big lumber companies said, we got to build a road, and we've got to take down about 400 other trees in order to put the road in. We have to build a bridge, and then we can take the tree out. The guys that actually removed the tree,
They
their
won the bid.
They won the bid.
Right.
They said, we won't touch anything 20 feet either side of the tree.
Right.
They got the bid. I don't know what they bid for it. They've never told me. But they had to live in a tent above the tree line in the mountains at 8,500 square feet for 3 years, and the rangers would come in October and say, you have to leave now or you will die. They were 75 miles from the closest living person.
Wow.
Oh man,
It's a tough gig.
well, you know, it's just
But to them, was that a profit opportunity for them?
Yes, I believe
It was,
so.
right?
you know what
Okay.
that story reminds me of? It reminds me of an organ donor.
Right.
You know, like if I was related to that tree, I'd be so proud of that tree for
Right.
what it's. I mean, it is continuing on, represented in a way that would make any tree proud.
Here we go. Kevin from Santa Cruz. Kevin, you there?
I'm here.
Hey, Kevin, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, it's doing really good. Hey, you know, I kind of love this subject because I'm a real fan of the Sempervirus. I really love this tree. And if you've ever
Can
been
you
up
understand
there,
it? Can you understand it, TC? Okay, go ahead. But go ahead. We're having a problem understanding you, buddy.
Okay, well, it's just I was in my car. If you've never been there, you really need to go and see those trees. But I had a question for your guest.
Sure.
And you're actually shaping boards out of this wood. You're not just using this for like, springers and accent wood, right?
No, these are surfboards.
Solid sequoia surfboards from chunks of solid wood.
Correct.
Oh, beautiful. You know, as a woodworker and somebody that, like I said, I just love those trees. I appreciate what you're doing, and the fact that you actually were able to get your hands on something that was like, 1,500 years old.
27, 20, yeah,
2,700. Yeah, 2,700 years old.
2,700 years old plus.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
so you set me straight on the edge, but get your hands on something like that, and then be able to work with it. That's got to be beautiful.
It's a dream.
I can't imagine.
It's
Very
a dream,
cool.
Kevin. And hey, I'm hats off to you being a fellow woodworker, and I'm really stoked that you like the giant sequoias as much as I do.
Thanks, Kevin, for calling,
Yeah,
buddy.
thanks,
I appreciate
Kevin.
it. Thank you.
it's true though. You know, this is such a unique opportunity that you have.
Right.
It's
Well,
amazing.
we're going to go on to the next opportunity that came his way, which is just as astounding as it were, which was making surfboards from the Mirasu Winery barrels.
Yep.
And tell us a little bit about that. Can you? The Mirasu Winery are the first winemakers in the United States, correct?
That's correct. I'd been looking for some really nice old growth redwood for a very long time. Happened to find a gentleman up in Ben Lomond that was a sawyer. He didn't have any. I kept calling him year after year and said, do you have? He said, I don't. Finally, I called him one year and he said, hey, Larry, I got a guy that might have what you're looking for. So he gave me the number. I called the guy, and the guy said, yeah, I might have something. So I said, can I come and see it? And he said, yeah, when do you want to come? I said, right now. So I went out and saw it, and it looked like I'd stepped into the vaults at Fort Knox, and I went, oh, my God, yeah, this is what I'm looking for.
Okay, and what was it?
It was the coastal redwood, that 2,000 years plus in age, and it had been soaked in wine tanks, not casks, the big tanks, 20 feet tall, 20 feet around, for, since it was started in 1854, and it soaked in wine tanks for a very long time. And when the property was sold to Gallo Vineyards, or the wine people, they didn't want to use the redwood tanks, and so the gentleman who is my partner was able to acquire the redwood, and so he allowed me. I told him when I saw it, I said, I'd love to buy some. He told me what it would cost, and I said, I can't afford it right now, but I've got 7 foam surfboards and 1 agave board. Please let me leave that with you as collateral, and let me have this wood, and I'll go down and make a board, bring it back, and show you what it looks like. He said, you don't need to leave the boards with me for collateral. I said, yes, I do. Something could happen to me, and then you're going to get paid for your wood. So I finished the board, brought it back up to him, showed it to him. He was with 2 other master craftsmen in the woodworking world. They were blown away with the beauty of the board. And so he asked me to step outside on his porch from the kitchen where we were eating. And he said, you know the wood that I have at the bottom of the hill? I said, I do. He said, I have a business proposal for you. That business proposal is that you work with me to turn that wood into the most beautiful surfboards the world has ever seen. I got chicken skin and said yes.
And the
Wow.
the wood, was it red wine they were making?
Red wine, yes.
So the wood must have an amazing color
Yeah.
from
And-
soaking in the wine.
And an amazing smell when you work with it. It smells like red wine when you sand
That's
it
very
and when
cool.
you
Now,
band salt.
is there an
Wow.
opportunity for the listening audience to go see this? Is there a website or a Facebook page? It's nothing.
This is top secret, Neil.
It's top secret.
Yeah, this is we're breaking news right now.
I'm low key.
Okay, I know you are. You know, how do we do it? Are we getting it out of him?
We're working on it.
He's gonna come back. You know.
This is like this reminds me of the
bringing a towel.
You know what it reminds me of? The Nazi train in the tunnel they've been talking about.
Where is the gold?
You listen to the Off the Lip Radio Show here on KSCO. We're here tonight with Mr. Larry Fuller, talking some unbelievable stories, some surf stories, some wood stories that I didn't know we were going to.
I'm completely intrigued.
Huh?
I'm completely intrigued.
If you want to call in tonight and join in the show, the phone number is 831-479-1080. If you want some free coffee, get ready with your phone. Here it comes. Oh, come on, Chris. What? You got to answer the phone. Come on. Call number. Call number. Here we go. You ready for this? Call number
18.
Call number 7. Call number 7, 831-479, get 831-479-1080 gets free coffee from People's Coffee in Live Oak, serving hands down the best coffee in town, giving away free coffee on the Off the Lip Radio Show for the next few weeks. The 7th caller to dial I'm going to go 4th caller. The 4th caller, 479-1080, gets a gift certificate for 20 schmackaroos of free coffee. People love the free coffee.
Free.
Where are we going now?
We're going to break?
No. Oh yeah, you know what? No, we're gonna a little bit more about. I'm gonna hear more about the redwood trees.
Well,
the wine bat.
I have a question about the redwood. How much redwood did you get, and how many surfboards are you able to make from the redwood?
Well, I got quite a bit of redwood, and to be totally honest with you, I don't know just how many I made, but quite a few.
So is there maybe 100 total redwood boards possible, or
No,
not that many?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because old growth redwood hard to find.
Yes, very hard to find.
So when you take this wood to a Jim Phillips,
Yep.
to a Gerry Lopez, are they like? They've never worked with this before? This wood? Are they blown away?
They're blown away. They're absolutely astounded. They love it.
Do they use a Skill 100 on these boards?
They do, yes.
Huh? Because you know it's probably pretty hard after it's aged for that long.
No, it's very soft wood. It's
still
very,
is,
It's
huh?
very easy to well, it's not easy to shape it like foam, but it's certainly a lot better than koa would be to shape. Or
Is the
monkey
sequoia
pod.
easier than the redwood?
Sequoia is easier than the redwood. Yes,
Consistent.
Very consistent, very soft, and very easy to sand.
And where did most of the sequoia go? Was it used for homes or like of that tree?
You know, a lot of it went into the yachts up in San Francisco and large mansions up in San Francisco. And I know of 2 very special doors that were inlaid with green jade glass that I believe are here in Santa Cruz. So it went to a lot of different avenues.
Whoever paid the most amount of money,
Yes.
right?
Well,
Got it.
like I said earlier, it's like the rhino's horn of trees. You know.
Okay.
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go to break in a second. But this is Bo in Santa Cruz. Is this Bo?
Yes.
How are you, Bo? Thanks for calling.
All right. Hey, I just want to call. I just kind of turn on the radio and started
listening. And I was wondering to the guest if there's any possible use of black walnut in his work.
Yes, I have used California Claro to build some traditional Hawaiian boards, a 17-foot board and a 9-foot board and a 3-foot board. Yes, I have.
There you go, Bo.
I have some. I live in SoCal and I have a whole tree that I've fallen on my property. It's all seasoned and everything. I have it rough milled. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with it, and it just sounded like a good idea. So.
Hey, I love a new wood partner. I have 8, and I'd love to make it 9.
There you go.
So, Bo, if you want to call back, and give Chris your phone number, I can give it to Larry, and Larry can get in touch with you. How's that sound?
Okay, that's great. You want me to call back?
Yeah, call back and talk to Chris. Leave your phone number, please. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Much appreciated. This portion of the show is brought to you by American Red Cross Farm to Table Dinner on Friday, September 25th. Celebrate the American Red Cross of the Central Coast. Chefs Tim Wood of Carmel Valley Ranch, Todd Fisher of Toppy's Roadhouse will prepare and serve a unique multi-course family-style dinner, complete with expertly selected wine pairings. The Red Cross will hold this delicious and idyllic event at the scenic Carmel Valley Ranch to benefit the Red Cross's local programs and emergency services. Go to redcross.org to make your reservation today, tonight, right now. This is Neil TC with the Off the Lip Radio Show. Be right back. Don't go away.
This is Brother Timmy.
And Cleo from Cleo's Corner at Pono Hawaiian Grill.
Featuring wraps, teriyaki bowls, plate lunches, amazing and creative salads, vegetarian and gluten-free options, and over 20 different types of poke, all made to order, fast, fresh, and healthy. And what's your favorite, Khalil?
The chicken fingers.
Located at 120 Union Street in downtown Santa Cruz. Call us for takeout at 831-426-PONO or check us out on the web at ponohawaiiangrill.com. We put the ono in Pono. Yee-hoo.
Hi, this is Steve Pereira, the beach guy at Bailey Properties in Santa Cruz, California. My wife Diane and I are experienced realtors who know and live at the beach, and we've been bringing the coast home to you since 1982. We'd love to help you sell or buy your slice of paradise here on the Santa Cruz coast. Please give the beach guy a call at 831-818-7064 or give Mrs. Beach Guy a call at 831-818-5939. Also, please drop into our website at lifesofbeach.com and check out our available coastal properties. Remember, no one knows the turf. Near the surf, better. Cowabunga.
What the heck is the Food Lounge?
We're a dynamic, community-minded event venue in downtown Santa Cruz, focused on local food, art, and entertainment. The Food Lounge profiles rotating pop-ups, flash dinners, guest chefs, classes, a monthly artisan food market, and more special events regularly. Featuring only Santa Cruz breweries and ciders, a local winery of the month, and artisan spirits at our full bar. Available for your private or corporate special events. Hey Neil, tell them what's happening this week at the Food Lounge.
And this Friday, the Food Lounge, Ocean to Table, will be serving up lingcod cakes, tacos, and salad. Special cocktail, too, for the night. Come down and get the weekend started right at the Food Lounge. And this week, I will be the guest bartender. You! And we are back with the Off the Lip Radio Show. Fascinating show tonight, huh, TC?
I love it.
Talking to Mr. Larry Fuller, Mr. Richard Newman about wood. Any other word you want to use? Can you tell us a little bit about we were talking about off the air about, just share with the audience what you were saying, please. That was very, very cool.
Well, in taping all these interviews with Billy Hamilton and Reynolds Yater and all these people.
Gerry Lopez.
You never see their hands leave the board. Rusty Priesendorfer, hands never leave the board. They're constantly just touching and feeling, and the tactile is just the contact with the wood. I mean, Billy said, look, there's 1100 AD, and there's the beginning of the Iron Age, and
right,
3,000-year-old stuff.
3,000-year-old tree. It's
magical.
Wow.
What an opportunity you gave him, Larry. This is unbelievable. These guys that I speak.
Hey, I was blessed to have the opportunity to work with the wood. I'm just as blessed as they are.
I saw a picture of you with Kelly Slater.
Yes, you did.
Right, with the Almeric board that Al made.
Yep.
Right? Does Kelly, obviously one of the world's great athletes, great surfers, did he understand the history of the board? Was he into it?
He totally got it. He was really, really stoked.
Did you have a chance to talk to him about it?
I've known Kelly for several years now and talked to him a lot about it.
And what does that board the picture of the board is on my and the Off the Lip Radio Show Facebook page. We're also Instagramming and tweeting and God knows what else we're doing. But great picture of him and you. And did you present that board to him?
I did. That board is to celebrate his 11 world title wins. That's the board. That's the Kelly Slater model that he rode to win the world titles.
And was that Al shaped that board?
Yes, Al shaped the board. Al and Kelly designed it, and Al shaped it, and that's Kelly's board.
Okay, if you're on a desert island, right, and there's one sequoia tree on the desert island, the tree comes down, which shaper did you have you join that island to shape that boards from that tree?
You're throwing me under the bus. It's really too difficult to answer that question because different boards for different ways and different shapers are good for different boards.
You're avoiding the bus, aren't you?
Yeah, he doesn't want to answer that one.
I'm going to step off the bus.
Guess who's on the phone? You ready? Oh, here is he. Boots is on the phone. Boots, are you there?
Yeah, Neil, how you doing?
Good. How are you, buddy? Just talking to Fig about you tonight. It was a great show we had the other day with you. We had a great time.
Yeah, that was fun.
A lot of fun. Anyway, what's going on, Boots?
Well, another thing that was fun was last week I went up to Chuck's woodworking shop, and
isn't that a cool place? It's a cool place, isn't it?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I got chills because I'm also a carpenter and I know wood and shapers, and I couldn't believe it. I just absolutely couldn't believe what I saw.
Yeah.
I didn't bring my camera.
But they wouldn't let you use it anyway.
Yeah.
But, I took my camera up there. They go, no cameras, kid.
No paparazzi.
No cameras.
When I heard it was going to be taken care of, I was pretty stoked. The photography part of it, because that's going to be very advantageous to get the word out, get people's eyes on this because they need to see it.
Right.
But really, I got to tell you, this is quite a project. And I hope the best, whatever you want to do with it, whether it's a museum, exhibitions, a wall hanger. I'd love to have a wall hanger like this, let me tell you.
So, Boots, so Larry's putting these boards on display in Southern California. They obviously need to be on display up here in Santa Cruz. Where can we put them? Where can we have something like that for our town to see?
Well, in my opinion would be to ride the coattails of the redwood boards that are being shown at the
museum, right?
Because they're going to be there till October 21st, but it's opened the door for our surf city here, and it couldn't have been a better summer as far as putting the actual history with these redwood boards coming from the Bishop. But the art part of this and the history part of the redwood, and all of it is just a culmination of with the shapers involved, also the famous shapers.
Right.
Well, because what I saw was not only longboards, and I couldn't lift the tail of one of the longboards up there, and I tried. It was like 80 pounds, just the tail of it.
Right.
But then I saw pipos, and I saw shortboards, and I saw guns. And I hear that there's certain people want to try to ride these things, possibly at sunset, offshore wind.
We're getting to that.
That kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's our next story.
Boots,
well,
thanks.
Great. I'm
thanks
glad
for calling.
I called in.
Thanks, Boots.
See you later,
Yeah,
see you at the hook.
Yes.
Yeah, brother. Thanks, Boots.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
Well, that brings up a great point because earlier you mentioned something about these boards possibly being ridden.
Yeah, the plan is I've launched a Kickstarter with Richard Newman to try to raise funds to get a lot of these boards, both traditional and modern, over to Hawaii just after the Triple Crown. And I have commitments from 8 of the former world champion surfers, both men and women, to ride these boards in Hawaiian waves and discuss how they ride, how they feel, what they think about it.
Imagine riding a 2,700-year-old piece of wood.
How about riding a 20-foot long, 20-inch wide, 7-inch thick, one solid piece of old-growth redwood from the Palco Mill up in Socha, California, which was the largest redwood mill ever on the planet.
350 pounds.
Yeah.
350 pounds.
350
Yeah.
pounds.
Hand shaped by
Get out of the way.
Tom Stone.
That would be incredible.
Hand shaped by a man that traces his lineage
Mhm.
back to the kings of Hawaii.
Right.
So how cool is that? The three princes came here, made boards, and now I've been fortunate enough to find a gentleman who has this similar lineage who came from Hawaii to make those Hawaiian boards here with me in Santa Cruz.
Right.
It's really cool.
That is
Very
a great
cool.
story. And the
Can you-
Kickstarter, how do we find it?
The Kickstarter program, you're on Facebook. Give us the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Surfers and Shapers, the Larry Fuller story.
Okay, Surfers and Shapers, the Larry Fuller story is on Facebook. The Kickstarter program is, give us the website for that, please.
Same thing.
Same
Okay,
thing.
it's all
Surfers
on-
and Shapers, the Larry Fuller story.
Okay,
thing,
and it'll be
YouTube.
on. I'll repost it tonight on the
Yeah.
Author Radio Show Facebook page.
So
Also-
anybody listening who wants to help out with a Kickstarter can find it on the Off
Right.
Flip page as well.
Yeah.
And do the Kickstarter? You give some stuff away on the Kickstarter program?
Yes, we have premiums for sure.
Okay, what are you giving away?
Richard, I'll let you give that
Yeah.
information.
For as little as $5. Thanks. Screen credit for $25.
Okay.
Surf camp with Billy Hamilton for $10,000.
That'd be very cool.
Yeah, we'd love to have that.
You know, I recommend the surf camp with Billy Hamilton because you don't have to surf with Billy. Just listen to him for a month.
That would be okay. I'm just gonna say it on the air. If you got $10,000, you have to do this because
with
Billy Hamilton. Not only is he a legend, not only is he a great surfer and a fantastic shaper, you got to admit he is a comedian as well.
He's a great human being, and he's one of the he and Donald Takayama are two of the funniest men that I have met on this journey. They are hilarious.
Billy Hamilton, the Jesus of cool.
Man, if I had $10,000, I would do that because he is such a character. And you know what? Imagine this though. You spend $10,000, you go hang out with Billy. He shapes you a board while you're there.
Yeah, you know he would.
Oh yeah,
you know he'd make. You know he would.
Yeah.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Santa Cruz Groms, a wonderful outdoor-based after-school program for kids, K to 6th grade. That includes surf lessons, beach activities, skateboarding, hiking, and rock climbing. They want your kids outside using their imaginations and being active. Go ahead and mention the Off the Lip radio show and receive 1 free trial day. Go to santacruzgroms.com for further info. Neil and TC here tonight with Mr. Larry Fuller and Mr. Richard Newman. Fascinating show. Thank you all for listening. We'll be right back after this very short break.
Hi, this is Deborah Cousins from Caldwell Banker. A property like this rarely comes around, and I want to share this opportunity with all of the KSCO listeners. The stunning Willow Pond Ranch is a 21-acre luxury horse property, 4 miles from the Monterey Bay, with a 3,000 square foot newly remodeled executive home. At this time, I invite you to take a look for yourself by visiting willowpondranchsocal.com or call me, Deborah Cousins, for your personal viewing at 831-234-6552. Thank you.
Hi, this is Jeff Warnerhalder from North Bay Ford, proud to sponsor the Off the Lip Radio Show. We're here to support the local surf community with a full inventory of trucks, hybrids, and plug-in hybrids. Come see why the F-150 has been the best-selling vehicle for 39 years. We have the perfect surf vehicle in stock, the new 2015 Ford Transit van. We have a model that will fit your needs. Come to the no-hassle, easy place to buy a car, no stress, no drama. We make it easy for everybody. We're locally owned, locally operated. North Bay Ford at 1999 SoCal Avenue or www.northbayford.com.
Chill Out Cafe on 41st Avenue, Santa Cruz is not just a block from some of the world's best surf, but it is also where you can go relax and order the tastiest grub before and after your sesh. Plump burritos, fresh salads, sky-high sandwiches, and a superb selection of hot and cold drinks. They have something for you. Go to chilloutcafesantacruz.com to view their menu and to place your order to go, call 831-477-0543. Chill Out Cafe, where they roll the fatties.
And we are back with the Off the Lip Radio Show here on KSCO's portion of the show is brought to you by Slider Town Gear. You can find Slider Town Gear, the colorful Slider Town Gear at the Santa Cruz Boardroom, Santa Cruz Apparel, and Pacific Wave. The Hook, 2-6, Pleasure Point. All the surf spots are colorfully displayed on Slider Town Gear. Go check it out. Here tonight with Mr. Larry Fuller. TC, Fascinating show.
It's amazing.
This
you
is
know
a
what I was
history
going to ask
lesson.
you?
But
This
go
is
ahead,
something I
TC.
just wanted to, as far as the glassing go, what's a typical layup that you would do on one of these boards?
Typical glass job is about 6 days of sealing with special formulas that were given to me by George Dining from over in Hawaii, who's the father of modern big wave surfing.
Yeah.
And Uncle George has been really kind to me for many years and been my silent benefactor to tell me how to do things that I didn't necessarily know the best way. And so it's 6 days of sealing, and then it's laminating like a regular board. The sanding is a little bit more intense than a regular board because the boards have to be perfectly flat. They have to be a mirror image when you look at them.
Right.
So there's a great deal more sanding that goes on in the finished product.
And who is that? Where are those being glassed?
I was glassing a lot of the boards in Southern California at OSI, Ocean Surf Industries, and now I'm glassing the boards up in Santa Cruz, and I fly in a guy from Florida named Juan Rodriguez to seal and laminate the boards, and then I brought up the best sander from Southern California to sand the boards.
Wow.
You must wake up every day and go, I got a great day ahead of me.
Well, I mean, it's when you're lucky, because I say this to people all the time. If you can
do something
you're so passionate about, then you are successful. Whether it's financially successful or not, mentally you're killing it because you're
So 100 years from now, what do you want people to remember you by? The Larry Fuller story, as it were, which is on the Surfers and Shapers. The Larry Fuller story. What is the Larry Fuller story, and what do you think? People 100 years from now can look back and see think about the Larry Fuller story. What is that story to you?
I hope that story is the legacy of all of these great men that have helped each and every one of us become better surfers and happier surfers, hopefully. And my passion and dedication to go out and find the rarest woods on the planet for these men to sculpt unbelievable pieces of art.
Right. Is there wood? Is there wood out there that you haven't used yet that you want to try and use?
Yes.
Which is?
Ancient kauri from the North Island in New Zealand, and willy willy from Hawaii, the original willy willy tree, not the invasive species that came from other parts of the planet.
Are you able to go do that? Are these trees available?
Yes.
I need to call my sister in New Zealand, huh?
Yeah. Get her looking for that.
We got Nick from Royal Oaks on the phone. Nick, make it snappy because we've only got 5 minutes left, but go ahead, sir.
I can't imagine paddling the 335-foot board. Maybe purling and looking for a big clobber from it.
Yeah.
Well, just hope you're not paddling out when somebody's coming towards you on it.
I'm wondering which is lighter, Coast Redwoods or Sequoias?
Sequoia.
Oh, by how much? Lot?
Yeah, you can definitely feel the difference in the wood. Yes, absolutely.
Well, I think you were saying, Larry, it was the second lightest wood besides balsa?
When it's wet, it's the heaviest wood on the planet, and when it is dry, it's the second lightest wood.
That's it.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Have you enjoyed the show, Nick?
Yeah, I saw you at the fair, too. I should have run off.
Oh, Nick, he came by and said, hey, introduce yourself, and we saw you at the fair, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Well, I got the stickers at the shop. And
yeah. Well, I appreciate that, Nick.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you calling, too.
Yeah.
Take it easy, buddy.
See you, man. Bye-bye. Jeez, TC.
Time flies on
We
this
need to
show.
ride. I want to ride one. No, he's not going to let me ride one, but man, what I'd love to.
Maybe you could touch one.
Yeah, I would. Can you imagine riding something that's 2,700 years old beneath your feet?
It's amazing.
That's just going to be. That would be
Well, I kind of said it earlier. This is not a mission to become famous. It's a mission because of a passion.
Right.
And I commend you for that, Larry, because a lot of times in this world, and especially in this industry, people do things to get recognized.
Right.
And you're doing this because your love of woodworking and your love of surfboards. And to me, that is one of the coolest things that we've had on this radio show.
Exactly. And he also agreed with something out there. You and I, TC, along with Larry, are trying to do the same thing a little bit. It's parallel. We're trying to record all the surf. We are recording all the surf history, right? And skate history. And Larry is building the surf history. So,
Are you slowing down, Larry? Are you going to pick up steam, keep this project going?
I'm busy trying to keep these boards coming out.
Yeah. And what's your goal? I mean, is there a number, or is there a...
I can't do it forever, obviously, but there are a few gentlemen left that I would like to work with, and I'm going to try to do those. And then I'm probably going to say, okay, it's time to move on and find another project.
Wow.
Larry, I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you
We're
very
gonna
much.
you're gonna have to come back. Good luck on that competitor radio station tomorrow night. Okay, we got you first.
Of course.
Did we squeeze him, TC? Did we squeeze him?
We got the scoop.
Richard? Did we squeeze him enough?
Enough.
Okay, TC, we're gonna start Benny.
Yes,
we hope that Sergio who gotten a bit of a beat. Someone whacked Sergio in the head with a surfboard.
I heard, and that was kind of a violent thing. That surfing,
at Pleasure Point, and the
surfing
guy
should not-
the
surfing
kid,
should not be violent.
No,
Neil.
and the kid got arrested. So you know what? He deserved it.
He deserved
it. But mention the Off the Lip Radio Show at Star Benny and ask for the specials, and they will give you $10.95 plus for any. Let me see. What does he say here?
All you gotta do is go in there and say Off the Lip Radio Show, and you'll get
you know
hooked
what?
up.
You know what? Yeah, go into Star Benny right down the street from KSCO. Mention Off the Lip Radio Show. They will hook you up.
That's all you gotta do.
Because that's where we go.
They have great food.
We're gonna go get. He's got seafood cioppino tonight, TC.
Does he?
Larry, you want some dinner, Larry?
Yeah, it's a great spot. Everybody should go there.
So, once again, the Kickstarter program can be found on Facebook page under Surfers and Shapers, the Larry Fuller Story. Please take time.
Please support me.
On that Facebook, are there pictures of these boards?
Yes.
Yes, and updates and
it's
interviews.
It's a great Facebook page.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home and look at it tonight. I can't wait.
It's a wonderful Facebook page.
Yeah,
Go check it out.
Because these boards, it's such a great story.
Yeah. And I also want to thank Sid Abruzzi from
Water Brothers. That guy's a legend.
Huh?
Sid's a legend.
Sid is a legend.
Yes, he is.
I bet Sid's listening.
He loves surfing too.
Right.
Yeah.
And the guy's a legend.
Yeah.
Thank you for the T-shirt, Sid. From the where's he at? Where's he on the East Coast?
Boston? Is that where
No,
he is?
no.
it's,
He's on Myrtle Beach.
He's out. He's out there. I don't know. Sid, where are you? Sid, will you call in and let us know where you are?
And Nelly, hey, guess who gave me a free hat?
Nelly gave you a hat too.
Nelly gave me a hat.
Right on. It's a great looking hat. Thanks, Nelly. Where's mine?
You know, he'll arm wrestle you for it.
I'll do it.
You know he ain't getting it for free.
I've been doing hot Pilates. I'm ready.
The Pilates competition starts today. Pilates competition starts today.
Tomorrow. Oh, you're off. Tomorrow. You have a radio show.
I'll be there
tomorrow.
tomorrow. I'll be at Pilates tomorrow.
All right. Well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see you in the gym there, TC.
Okay. See you in the gym.
Larry Fuller, thanks for coming on the show, buddy. Richard Newman, thank you so much for coming on the show. I want to thank all our sponsors for sponsoring the show. Without them, it ain't happening. I want to thank Chad for the live stream tonight. I want to thank Chris, our loyal and faithful engineer, for putting the show together. And above all, I want to thank the audience for listening. Thank you very much. You've been listening to the Off the Lip Radio Show on KSCO, your surfing station. Good night.
Good night.
Your source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. AM 1080, KSCO, Santa Cruz.